Hi, and welcome to the Crit Hit Wild podcast, where we cover all things Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we cover a new character every week. This week, we're going to be talking about Spectrum, and I'm your host, Fred.
I'm Brad.
Brandon.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Chance.
Hello, everybody, and hello, Chance. Hello, how was everybody's Christmas? This is the record immediately following Christmas, and I'm feeling really good. I had a great time with my extended family. How was your Christmas, Steven?
Pretty calm, pretty quiet. Spoiled myself, and about to do my drive back to South Carolina. So,
All right. How about you? How about I almost said how about you, Steven? How about you, Brandon? How was your Christmas? We didn't hear from you.
I would have very much loved for you to have just been like, okay, and now we'll hear from Steven. And just kept doing that for every person. But it was good. I got to go spend some time with my family. No bad weather, so I was able to get up and down pretty easily, so I cannot complain.
That's good to hear. How about you, Brad? How was your Christmas?
I also had a great time with Fred's extended family.
Do you know what's messed up is we usually travel to north of Pittsburgh to visit my partner's family for Christmas, and my sister comes to Charleston to where we live the same day that we leave. So it's like we leave as they arrive because they're visiting family here. It's an unfortunate setup that we have kind of going right now. But I'm gonna go visit them later this week. How I skipped you, Chance. How was your Christmas, Chance?
Oh, it was good. Lots of running around, meeting with family, but it was overall great time.
That's good. Also, thank you for joining us today, Chance. We have him joining us to talk about Spectrum, and let's just get started.
You'd really think after 2 years Fred would be good at this, but as you can tell, he's not.
I will never be good at this.
He's got the
just bad
radio
at
voice
this.
down.
He just doesn't get to do all the different takes that he needs to be correct.
Right, yeah, there's only one edit. We don't get to actually change stuff. Okay, so coming up, let's do upcoming events. Coming up on January the 8th, there is a demo day at the South Charleston Lost Legion Games and Comics. This is going to be run by Brad. I will be present as well to run people through games of Marvel Crisis Protocol. If you know anybody who's interested in this game, or who you think might be just interested in tabletop games in general, send them our way. It would be a great way for them to be introduced to this game that we all love. Then, coming up on the 17th of January, there is a tournament at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. That is our local game store. That is our local tournament. This is not going to be a big affair. I don't know how many people are signed up, but it's probably not going to be very many people. But that's fine. If you want to add to that number, we would be happy to have you. Anyone out there who is listening to our voice. So that is on the 17th. And then coming up on the 24th of January, there is a tournament at Old School Games in Toledo, Ohio. This is an Appalachian Cup qualifying event. So if you are interested in participating in this event, it is currently full. However, Daniel, who has been on this podcast before, has said that it is very likely that some people will not make it. And if you live in close vicinity to Toledo, Ohio, you should head on over. You probably will get a seat in the tournament if you can make it there. It is outside of range for me. It is too far for me to drive to possibly attend. But if you live closer to the area, please show up. They would be happy to have you. Then let's move into February. On February the 21st, there is another tournament at Lost Legion Games and Comics. But what that sets this one apart is that this one is an App Cup qualifier. So I expect this one to be well attended. That is February the 21st.
Hold on, I have something to
All
say
right.
about this.
Brad.
Signups for the tournament will be posted after this episode, before the next episode.
Okay.
So watch out for this week. Tournament signups will go up.
Oh, there we go. Do we have a limit on how many people can attend?
32.
32. We're filling the space, everyone.
That is how many people can physically fit in the building with the
Yes.
tables and everything. So that is our hard cutoff.
Yeah, so let's fill this one up, everyone. I think that's almost bound to happen, isn't it? Probably
We've not had that many yet, but I would love to see it.
I'd love to see it too. Okie dokie. All right. Is there any news out of AMG other than the releases for Blue? It's Blue Marvel?
Uh-huh.
Oh gosh, and Spectrum. I kept wanting to call them Blue Spectrum, and that was wrong. Blue Marvel and Spectrum. Yeah. So other than that, I don't think we have any new news out of AMG to speak of. All right, so let's just get right into it. Let's talk about games that we have played recently. So, Chance, do you have any games that you've played recently that you want to talk about?
I mean, I've been playing a lot recently, fiddling with Cabal. I'm on a Red Skull 3 kick at the moment, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. Just shooting people, trying to kill them. Very good. They're a lot of fun, and I think there's a lot of stuff to work with there. And I have been loving old MODOK. MODOK 1 has been a standout in every game that I played there.
Okay. Sorry, I was reading something else. Was that the only game that you played?
It's been a string of Cabal games, but they kind of blend together.
Oh yeah, it's all killing stuff. It's killing stuff left and right. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying
I'm
playing
loving
the attrition game?
I mean, it's what I like doing in this game. I can play scenario. I'd rather not.
You'd rather just kill everything. No, hey, this is me you're talking to. Fred sees red is a very common thing that people say around me. All right. Well, Brad, do you have any games that you would like to discuss that you've played recently?
I played some games. We met on Monday this week, so it's been a while. What did I play? I played.
I don't remember.
Did I play you, Fred?
Yeah, I think we did play. I think we played twice.
Yeah, we did.
We did play twice.
We got a whole game in, and they were on turn 3. And
yeah.
So we played again. I played Avengers. And Fred played Inhumans. The first team
correct.
We played the same point level each time. Because I played the same team except I changed one model. So in both games, I played Captain America, Wolverine, Cyclops, and Gambit. And then the first game I played Gwenpool, and the second game I played Squirrel Girl, who has the power of squirrel and girl. And I won the first game.
Pretty handily. Yeah, you smeared. I think that I didn't even get to double digits.
Correct.
In the first game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. And then the second game, I lost by... Was it as much? It feels like it was as much.
No, it was not. You did crack double digits, but it was like it went completely differently. I don't even remember what we were playing at 19 threat, and I was playing Black Bolt. I was playing Gorgon, Karnak, the dog, and Maximus the Mad. I
Yeah.
believe that is correct.
Yes, that sounds right.
Is that 18? I can't do math and talk at the same time. That's my problem. Uh, but that is what I did. I change it in the second game. Did I change one model, or did I play literally the exact same?
You played Baron
Oh,
Zemo
that's
one
why.
game.
That's why the math was wrong, because I was playing King Black Bolt, that not 5 threat Black Bolt,
Yeah.
6 threat Black Bolt,
That's right, because
and
you were
I was
using
playing under Maximus the Mad's leadership.
yeah
Hey, also Maximus the Mad's leadership, heckin' rules. I love
terrible,
it.
So good. It's the
awful.
I
best. I love it.
I love it. I think it's great. I think it's a great leadership. We were bad mouthing it. It feels really strong. Just getting these free rerolls all the time.
What if all my models were just better than yours? Huh?
Yeah, I already have dice fixing. I already have the inhuman reroll, and now I get another one on the first attack or defense of the turn.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take it. And there was one time where I rolled 3 defenses and I had to re-roll one of them because it was the first attack of the game. And I rolled a couple skulls over the course of these 2 games, but they didn't really break me. It was fine. I think I think it happened twice, and in both cases it didn't really affect how the game played.
Yeah,
But
and you can mitigate it with a lot of the models. And then giving Maximus power is always a good thing. And then, honestly, if you get to the point where one skull roll loses you the match, you're probably only still in that match because you had so many free rerolls going up until that point.
yes. And Maximus himself has the ability to make people move. Like, he can move people outside of their activation.
All right,
And so does King Black Bolt.
his leadership's
Yeah.
fine, whatever. I don't know. I still don't trust it. His making people reroll their dice was a ball breaker. Our second game. The first game
Yeah.
he died pretty quickly. The second game he was in it the whole time and rolled me
You're
out.
talking about King Black Bolt. King
No.
Black Bolt died
No, it's
very early.
Maximus. Or
No,
he
I
was
think didn't I?
yeah, he Cyclops killed him.
I think he did, but yeah, I think the thing that broke me in the first game is King Black Bolt died to Gambit like round 3.
Whatever.
That's the
That's
thing that
not the
killed the
point
crap
I'm
out of me.
making. The
Okay.
the Maximus re-rolling my dice rolled me out of so many triggers. It was very frustrating. And
He's so good.
the longer
I
he's
love
in the
Maximus.
game, the worse it gets.
Yes, I love Maximus so much. Maximus
He's
is
very
great.
fun. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got the most annoying suite of superpowers and then a delete button for a spender. It's great.
He's really fantastic. Okay, all right. That's it for that game. Those 2 games. Steven, do you have any games that you want to talk about?
Well, I played some games last Tuesday with Mr. Isaac. He was doing A-Force. I was doing my Modoc Criminals, and I got trounced pretty good in both games. Let's just say we had to re-rack the first game, and then the second game even went worse. So I think Modoc Criminals are going to get to the shelf. It was fun while it lasted, but for serious competition, it's they're not so good. So I'm just he was running She-Hulk and Lady Thor, and that just kind of messed me up. Although I will say the Shining Stars first game was Wrecking Crew. Wrecking Crew did so much damage that he had to take both Jane and Thor into them and get them out of the game. I'm liking Wrecking Crew a lot. I don't know if you're going to think about them for Red Skull 3 their chance, but I might take a look at them.
They're on the list of 4s to try.
Oh, they're so much fun.
Are they Cabal? Like
yes.
Okay. Yeah, they're great.
Cabal and Criminals.
I have
That means they can. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I have good news for Steven.
Uh-oh.
I was listening to a different podcast recently, and they are talking about how they are nerfing She-Hulk. She is too good. So
What?
you won't have to be terrorized by her anymore. Now they were joking with the host, and then they said what they were really gonna do, which was give her a backside and other possible changes.
Um, and in my second game, Sandman was the champion because he punched She-Hulk's ticket and took her out of the game. So,
Sandman.
otherwise, yeah, Sandman, saying Sandman things. So, but Modoc Criminals was fun for a while, but put them on the shelf and try something else while I'm getting my Guardians ready to go. So we'll see what happens.
Do you want to spoil what the something else is, or do you know?
I'm thinking I'm going to do a Mephisto list.
Yeah.
And I'm specifically targeting people like Rogue and Deadpool, people who will drain your power, basically, and make things difficult for you to use your superpowers. Loki won, obviously, but people who would just be annoying, and so you won't get to do all your nice little fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Man, a Mephisto list. Oh boy. Okay, and Brandon, do you have any games that you want to talk about?
I played a game, but I don't remember any of it.
It was three models versus three models.
Yeah, I know there wasn't. I know I didn't play a lot of models. I know he didn't play a lot of models, and I know that my attempt was to ignore Immortal Hulk, and it didn't work. And here we are.
Your attempt, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with Immortal Hulk. You either have to kill him, or he kills everything on your team. And
Yeah,
I don't know how to do that.
he played Immortal Hulk, Blade, Ghost Rider, and I played Red Skull, 2, Dormammu, and Baron Zemo.
Red Skull 2? Is that what you said? As in the Hydra one?
Yeah.
The 5 threat? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're okay. Okay, you're playing under Dormammu's leadership. It took me a second.
If it makes you feel any better, I was Hydra affiliated.
Except you're not allowed to be.
But I couldn't.
How are you Hydra affiliated? Oh.
Because I had Baron Zemo and I had Red Skull.
Oh, okay. You could have been Hydra affiliated if you didn't have Dormammu in the game.
But the game told me I wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
So. Dormammu says.
Yeah, I mean Dormammu said no, so I listened to him. But it was, it was a fun game. It was a good game. Like, we both rolled, like, dice were not necessarily the issue. We just didn't roll defense dice, either one of us, and we just rolled offense dice, and everybody died, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah, we had played a similar game, like, a week ago, and I just kind of equally focused everybody, and that didn't work. And then I just chose to ignore Immortal Hulk. That didn't work. So I guess the theory next is just to go all in on Immortal Hulk, and I don't think that's going to work either, because I've played a lot of Immortal Hulk to know that that's not the plan.
He's immortal.
Yeah, that plan feels really bad, especially if you. It's just so easy to set yourself up with 10 power, leave yourself with 5, activate first with patch up, and then remove the immortal token. Like, it's so easy to set that up.
Ooh, yeah.
It's even worse if you have Doctor Strange and Wong in that list too.
Yeah, and like I play Wong a lot in Midnight Suns too. So like, yeah, it's just so much of it is just like setting it up, and then it's just you're sitting there with Immortal Hulk, and it's just like you did a lot, nothing happened.
So. Immortal Hulk, especially in Midnight Suns, is just so ball breaking. He's really good.
Yeah. So like I know that plan's not gonna work, so I may just ignore it and just hope it never. Maybe I'm just gonna add Immortal Hulk into my list, and I'll just audible to a completely different. Yeah, just play a different list when it. Well, because before they changed the throw rules, because I had Hulk 1 in my list, so like if I thought they were bringing Immortal Hulk, I just play Hulk 1, and he could just use Immortal Hulk to kill all the others. That no longer really is a way to. That
Yeah,
strategy's
and
not as good
it,
anymore.
instead of 5 auto damage, it's 3, and
Yeah.
I think Immortal Hulk just pounds normal Hulk into paste over time.
When he could use them to throw everything, like Hulk normally wins that battle. It's just
You'd probably
the
still do fine. You just walk Hulk around and make sure that Immortal Hulk has to spend actions moving or spend power jumping. Just walk,
it's
throw, run away.
the bump. It having access to bump just doesn't do it as much as you'd want it to. Not anymore. Like you still just you're spending 6 threat to try to neutralize 7 threat, and it just feels because I've done that twice since it changed, and it bump cures a lot of that unfortunate problem, which is the reason you play Midnight Suns is for bump, but you can get the throwaway, and then even if you can maybe lose them one action because but if they have the tactics card too, it's like one time you get the jump, and then there's a lot of feel bad. Also, then my list that's 14 points with Dormammu, so that
Yeah,
some bad
yeah,
rolls, and then then it just feels equally as bad. Having
yeah.
bad rolls with 14 of your threat on 2 models feels real bad.
Surprisingly enough, a lot of my counterplay into Mortal Hulk back in the day was a model that you sold me, Brandon. It's actually Hulkbuster that I've had the most success against Immortal Hulk with.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen that. Also, it doesn't help that Immortal Hulk Spender is range 3, which always just makes me upset. But I have been told that I've never played against Hulkbuster and with Immortal Hulk, but I have heard that is a not so fun time if you're one fielding the Immortal Hulk,
Interesting. Okay.
which
Well,
I
all
guess is
right.
how he was designed or should have been designed. Like
I don't think it was planned. I think it just worked out that way. All right, let's move on. So today we have a segment, and it is about crisis setup and understanding the speed at which these crises develop and what team to pick, when to pick. Oh boy, I'm mixing this up. When we pick our team and how we set up when we determine crises. That's what the segment is going to be. All right. Okay, let me throw this over to Chance. Chance, let's talk about the new way that we play this game. Let's talk about crisis picking and about setting up our teams.
Sure.
What do you so we draw 5 cards. Draw 5 crises. Then you pick 2 of my crises.
Yeah, so it's there's a couple of things to mention to start off. One, like you have the priority player, they pick their 2, and the opponent gets to pick one of those 2 to go in. And then from here you can start doing like a little bit of prep work if you're the priority player. When they pull their 2 crises, the first thing you can look at is to see if like the threat matches. So since you had priority, you get to choose from their 2 after they've locked in the one you want. And so if yours pools was 17 and they pulled a 17 and a 20, if you like your 17 and you want to rob them of the choice, you can just pick the 17, and now they don't have a decision. They don't get to have a say in what the threat is, which is the consolation prize for losing priority there, and you've taken it away from them. So that's one quick thing that you can do when planning. I don't know how often it comes up, but you can do it. But the main thing is once everything's locked in, understanding like your opponent's roster and what their game plan is going to be, and then making moves to ensure that you have the tools to deal with it, especially to also understanding the speed of the game that you're going to be going on. So a lot of this is just stuff you'll get from playing often, but when you run into it, say they flip and you end up on like a 4 wide secure and then senators, that's 10 points. The game is probably going to end on turn 3. So you need to pick your team with that in mind. You probably can't afford to go like 4 wide or definitely not 3 wide in that situation. If you go 4 wide, you need to have a reason why. Like one of those models is someone who controls a point very well and makes sure that they win it. Just know that if you are playing attrition on that 10-point match, you're going to have to speed your timetable up. You're going to make sure you need to like have ranged attackers who can get shots off turn 1 if possible. You need to make sure that you're already doing good attrition things like targeting down the people with on extracts, but making sure that you finish them off so that they drop them, so that they don't, so that you can slow down the scoring a bit. If you, however, get to like the best case scenario, I think the slowest you can get in the game is 6 points. Just know that if you flip over like 6 points, the crisis on that is basically fake. You don't play crisis, you just kill the other guy. You don't have to worry too much about going wide. You just have to make sure that you brought the fightiest team that you have possible, because most of those 6-point setups aren't going to go faster than turn 5, unless you might mop the floor with someone in attrition on turns 2 and 3. But
a 6-point one, like let's say you had intrusions and legacy virus,
correct.
And so you know that you're straight across the center, and you know for a fact that your opponent is going to have to get there, and you know whether or not they have a plan for a safe grab. Just looking at the roster, like maybe they have Namor in there, or they have Amazing Spider-Man, and if they do have those options, you know that that's what they may plan to do. And
so the safe grabs are less important these days because the priority will shift. But more so, what I'm talking about is that there's 6 points on the board. If you're maintaining parity or even going down, they're scoring 4 points a turn, and it's like that's in the worst cases. They're scoring 4 points a turn, and they need to keep that up for 4 rounds to win. And if you brought your best fighty team possible there, you can probably remove their effectiveness. If there is a total of 6 points on the board, it's really hard to pull out a secure win if the other guy's trying to genuinely trying to kill you. So that's my point there, is that if you flip over 6 to 7 points, you might want to make sure that your team is more set to fight, like in the Web Warriors type thing. If you get into Nightmare Land, then you shouldn't, because you probably shouldn't have any of those crises in your list. But if it does somehow happen where you're at 7 points, because it could, as a Web Warrior, you might want to start pulling out some of the newer ones. Maybe make sure that 2099 is in your list, and depending on the map shape, Silk is in your list, because you are going to have to fight a little bit. And then on the side of safe grabs, on those ones, like, it doesn't matter all that much. So because it's not guaranteed, they have to telegraph it, and you can set up to counter it. So they drop Namor across from one of the ones, and you know what Namor wants to do. He wants to pick it up and back up. So if he picks it up,
if you win the follow-up roll and you end up going first before they do, you can just go steal it. You can just grab it before Namor does.
You can just take it, and Namor hits you, and then even if he does walk up once or charge and hit you twice and daze your model, he's stuck on the midline, and you get to shoot him now. Or, I mean, in that situation where you said it was like virus portals, if he wants to safe grab it, I don't care. Like, he's going to take 1 point and then back up off the secures. Just let him. And then when he starts charging back in later, go and hit him. Like, he has to come do something later. Just focus on the rest of his team that is sitting on the midline.
That is a very good point. Like, in that low scoring of a game, if they want a 5-threat model to spend its first turn round 2 moving, that only benefits you.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to charge on turn 2, but
yeah.
But still, like, it's not the end of the world, even if he does get the save grab. Like, it's whatever. He's taking 1 point down off the secures, and you can probably win it. I mean, the goal there is just, at that point, go 3-3 or 2-4. Just don't fall too far behind and focus on killing stuff at 6 points. Points are fake. Once you get into like the 8.1, that's when you start to like just lean into what your team's good at, and then bring things that are good for the specific mission setup, or things that are good for your at taking your opponent down.
On the setup Fred's talking about, it would not be unusual to go 2-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
On the first turn, or even the second turn. Like I've had games like that where we scored like 8 points total in the first 3 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is an issue that I have had, is understanding the way that a game is probably going to play out in the future, like looking 2 or 3 rounds ahead, and being able to think through what the whole give and take of a specific set of crises takes is one of my weaknesses, one of many. But let's say you're playing on one of the new one, the jailbreak secure. Is it jailbreak, or is that
The secure is
That's the
lockdown.
extract.
Lockdown? Okay, the secure is lockdown. All right. So let's say you're playing on lockdown. Lockdown is particularly annoying because it is, I guess it's technically a 4 secure one, but you only score 3 a round after the first round,
Mm-hmm.
and you have no control over which one gets switched off.
Yep.
It's just totally random.
So depending on the extract, I mean that one's another one. Like it's in a lot of my attrition lists. The game plan is round 1, just score your back 2. Make sure that you do that to maintain parity, and then from round 3, like just start killing people. It's a 3-point extract, a 3-point secured. As long as it's not like Senators or something crazy, it's going to be a 6 to 7, like probably like a 7 or an 8-point game. And you just, that one is definitely more focused on running people down, and just, or not running them down, but killing them. Especially with the range 2 contesting, it's a lot easier to get onto your opponents and try and stifle them from scoring.
Yeah.
You can have turrets sit in like one area and cover the whole field basically. That one's definitely, like, if you pool lockdown, I would expect to be in for a grindy game.
Okay, that has been my experience, is that those just turn into a grind. The times that I have played on lockdown have been against Brad playing Sentinels, and Sentinels are very
Sentinels love
grindy.
that one.
Yeah, that worked out well. It worked out bad for me. Yeah. Okay. Well, does anyone have anything to add? Does
Well, here's the flip side. I think Chance, by his own admission, is focused on fighting.
Correct.
I think that was before we actually started the podcast. Maybe it wasn't. He said he liked to fight. So like I've been trying to think, what does first of all, the first thing you do as a scenario player is you make sure you play lots of points available on both your secures and your extracts, as many as possible, so that you can at least get halfway there. But if you ever do get stuck on this, like let's say you've got 4 wide extract in there, 3 wide secure, like what do you do? And I think, I mean, if you have the tools to try to fight, as Chance said, he thinks that's what you should do. And maybe that'll work, but you're probably not as good at fighting. So I was thinking you try to survive. If you're outscoring them 1 point a turn for the first for the game, you're going to be ahead of them. And whoever has the most points at the end of 6 also wins. So I think another strategy might be play durable models that are going to be for the long haul. And that might be hard to do. There's a lot of killy teams out there.
The murder teams have gotten really good at it, but that is like, so when I say fighting, I guess I should segue here. Fighting doesn't necessarily just mean putting damage onto the other guy. When I say pick your fighty models, I'm talking like Luke Cage isn't like a scenario wonder piece, but he is an
Right.
excellent,
Yeah.
excellent fighting piece. His job is to redirect damage to where it's not supposed to go. He's
Right.
durable. He can displace models, that type
Yeah.
of stuff. I
And
would even
that's
consider.
and he's the
Go ahead.
type of model I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Like you just got to survive to win the game. As
Mhm.
long as you're on the table and ahead at the end of turn 6, you're fine.
Yeah, and if that's your plan, that can work. So the 6-6 nightmare matchup should not happen to scenario teams.
Right. Yeah, you
Like
should
that.
never take those.
Yeah, that's going to be two attrition players who want to hit each other with sticks, and we get to play in our little playground. Your worst case scenario as a scenario team probably should be like a 7-point game, whether it's your 4 wide extract or your opponent's, or your 4 wide secure. And that's because I
Yeah.
don't think there's fives on everything that you want to take.
No.
But
No, you can't take all 5s.
yeah, but then you also make sure you bring like you could also pivot, bring like a little bit more debilitating models, a lot of pushes to try and you could try and minimize the fightiness of the opponent to help you survive, but just know that you cannot probably just like grab all the things, steal all the things, dive your opponent's points, and then hope that you win on scoring by turn 3. That's not going to happen in those types of matches. You need to be able to go the distance, like you were saying.
Yeah.
May I interject also?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you are a fighting team, avoid extracts that can be stacked up on one player, like hammers. Hammers is not a fighting scenario.
No, it's not.
That is
Unless you're Dorm. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a detriment. Get away from that. So no cubes, no virus, no hammers. Always take
Virus is a
single
little different. I'll argue on virus, but yeah, no hammers. I agree. It's not an attrition scenario. My whole point is I brought models that are better at fighting than you. Why would I want your models to get better at fighting? That's it. Just like that's minimizing the lead that I brought into the game. I agree on cubes too. If you have to get like 5 cubes off a Juggernaut, ugh.
not a good place to be.
All right. Well, that was how to go into games and think through the crises that you are going to be playing on. Let's move on to the person that we are here to cover today. That person being Spectrum, otherwise known as Monica Rambeau. Her defensive stats are 3 physical, 4 energy, and 4 mystic. She has 6 stamina on both sides of her card. She is a 4 threat model. She is size 2. She is a long mover. And we know that she is affiliated with the Mighty Avengers, the Mighty Avengers. Do we know if there are any other affiliations that she will be affiliated with?
No.
Okay, we don't know of what her other affiliations are.
I would assume
All right.
Avengers and probably A-Force, but
I was gonna guess like Defenders or something because she has that Team Tactics card that teams up with Elsa makes me think they'll be together.
Defenders is
somewhere.
also a good one because she was in a Defenders run.
So. Okay. Well, Brad, why don't you cover what her attacks are?
Her first attack is a physical Gamma Strike, range 2, 6 dice, 0 cost, gain a power, while it's done after the attack is resolved. Then she has an Energy Photon Blast, beam 4, 4 dice, cost 0. After the attack is resolved, gain a power, and you may reroll all of the attack dice for this attack. And then her last attack is physical Pulsar Wave, range 3, 8 dice, 0 cost. This has to be a typo.
Yeah, that
has to
It
be.
is.
I don't know that we've
I
heard
think no,
official word.
they did no, they put a statement out saying that they made a typo. They didn't say what it was, but like, come on.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the
that's
typo.
it. Yeah, so we don't know how much it actually costs yet. You get to choose if it's physical or energy. After the attack is resolved, place this character within range 1 of its current position. And then Wild Throw, before damage is dealt, size 4 or less, away medium.
Okay. Chance, why don't you do her affiliation leadership?
Yeah, so stronger together than apart, it's the affiliation for Mighty Avengers. Once per turn, when an allied character would gain one or more power, it would choose to gain one power less. If it does, after the effect is resolved, choose an allied character. The chosen character gains one power.
Okay. Brandon, why don't you do the next superpower, energy boost?
I'd steal half the thunder and read it, but okay. Reactive superpower, energy boost. For 2 power, when this character or another allied character within range 4 of this character makes an attack, during the create attack dice pool step, this character may use this superpower. The attacking character adds 2 dice to its attack roll. This superpower can only be used once per turn.
In my defense, Brandon, I wasn't 100% you were listening. And
Wow, alright, thanks.
yeah, Steven, why don't you finish out the card?
We have 2 innates. First one is multi-spectrum energy absorption. When this character is defending against an attack, for each wild in the defense roll, it may change one of the attacker's crit, wilds, or hits to a blank. Then this character gains 1 for each dice that's changed this way. And we have flight and immunity to bleed, incinerate, and poison. So that sounds a lot like Bill.
Yeah, and she is a 4 threat, and she is really good. Maybe problematically good. All right, who wants to talk about her first? Who just spoke?
I did. I was just saying the flight, immunity to bleed, incinerate, and poison is exactly Bill's innates.
Yep. Okay, Steven, what do you think about her? What do you think about this model?
Well, I briefly just looked at her just today. She has a little bit of movement with that pulse wave, but she's very, very static. So a lot of not moving around too much. So I don't know how good she'll be. I mean, we've seen a lot of good turrets in the game that just go by the wayside. Honestly, to tell you the truth, and she's not exactly the best turret. I mean, she does have that beam 4, but I don't know. Jury's out. That leadership looks a lot like an A Force ripoff, also.
Yeah, I like the leadership quite a bit actually. It's a good way to move power around in round 1, or at any point. But anytime that you can get extra power on people in round 1 is very nice.
Can you do this during the power phase? By the way,
I don't think so.
No, that's not during a turn.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Once per turn. I see. Okay, Brad, what do you think about her?
Well, the not moving around is true. She is, however, very defensive. Like, I've played Bishop quite a bit. The multi-spectrum energy absorption power, that's really good. And she doesn't have to worry about getting too powered up and taking a damage. So I think she's gonna sit on the table quite a bit and be a turret. And if you can displace her, that's probably good because then she'll have to use one of her actions to move back in place. But like, I don't know, that attack, the spender. If that's 3 power, that's super scary. But it's probably more like 4. And even then, that seems really good.
I guess like that's the question, isn't it? Like, it is gonna come down to how expensive is that spender, because if it's 3 power, that means it's online very early. You could have it online in round 1 if you do things correctly using her leadership. I think that there's a lot of value that she brings to the table. Also, the energy boost. I really like it. I really like that energy boost. It's range 4, and it buffs up your entire team. Like, it's a good way to give extra dice when you need it, if she has the power to do so. I guess that's the question. She's going to be pretty power hungry, I think. Okay, Brandon, what do you think about this card?
I'm trying to figure out how she's going to be power hungry.
Yeah, she's going to energy boost a lot, is my thoughts.
She can only spend power on energy boost. It's the only thing that costs power on her card.
Well, and her spender, but we don't know how much that costs because they
No, it
have
says 0. I'm going to have to go with 0.
It does say 0.
The multi-spectrum energy absorption with gaining an extra power, I think, will help a little bit. Also, the leadership does not say a character can only be affected by it once per turn.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So
You can throw it all on one person.
Yeah, you can just pump power into models. I really like that with the new core box Carol Danvers, being able to just give her extra power to keep her binary and then keep her in binary is a scary positive thing.
They hinted that she would be affiliated.
Yeah, I would be kind of shocked if she wasn't, right? Like, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that leadership with her is just really, really good. I have a feeling, for some reason, I think this pulsar wave attack's going to end up costing like 5, and I don't know why. I just think with the leadership and the energy absorption, that's going to kind of be the thing that ends up setting it like sideways to where you have to have like the full 10 power to do it twice. If it's less than 5, I would be kind of worried.
Right?
Yeah, I think there's some legitimate reasons to worry. The 3 physical defense though is scary on a with 6 and 6. Like, even with the energy absorption, having only 3 physical defense is could hurt a lot. But I do like the leadership. I think leadership looks really good. But it's also really dependent on the models that follow, right? Without having, it's gonna be really hard to grade this model without knowing the rest of the models in the Mighty Avengers and how much that Pulsar weighs is gonna end up costing. Because I think there's a lot of potential. But then if there are no great models, if they just pick a really weird selection of models to put in the affiliation, or they only select they gave us the number of how many there were going to be, didn't they?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't know the answer to that.
I thought I read in the article or something that there was
that means nothing.
Yeah, I know, but at least they gave us a fake idea of something. But I could be completely mistaken on that. But if it's a situation that we get the leadership and they're here are the 4 other models, I know they gave us the 4 model hint. If they were just yeah, there's only 2 other models in the leadership right now, that could end up being really hurtful if it's just the 2 that we know about. Then if it's Ant-Man, Cosmic Adventure, and then there's just 1 or 2 others that they put in it, that could end up being really detrimental to both this character and that affiliation, which would be unfortunate.
Yeah. We just don't know. We don't know what's in the. I guess we know that Blue Marvel is in the affiliation. Or do we even know that?
Yes, we do know that.
Yeah, he's affiliated.
We do know that. Okay.
One of Ant-Man and Captain Marvel Cosmic Adventure are affiliated.
Okay.
I think
one
they
of
both
them
are.
I would say they both are, but with a sample at 17, that means one of them has to be. Those are the 4 models that they gave.
All right. Well, Chance, what do you think about Spectrum?
I think this model's insane. I love this model. So I mean, you guys mentioned earlier that she is kind of immobile, but she is a long mover. So that's not bad. She gets to where she needs to be. The long mover is super useful. Her beam gainer is really good. It's reroll all, not reroll any, but 4 dice, beam 4, reroll all. It's a good chip, and it's going to fuel her.
Yeah.
Like Fred, you were saying, I know she doesn't have a lot to spend power on her card yet. I'm guessing the spender is going to be 4, but she will take every single drop of power that someone will give her. She'll spend it. Like, she wants to use energy boost on every turn of the game if possible.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
And then, I will say the one thing that does concern me, like Brandon said, I think she's squishy. I have played into a couple of bishops, and that dude falls over. He's not the most durable model. It's like very up to how like Rolling Wilds goes on their defense.
Can I say something real quick that I just noticed?
Yeah.
She can't use her affiliation.
What do you mean?
She never will gain more than 1 power. All her
You don't
attacks are
have to.
gainers.
It's 1 or more.
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah,
she could just choose not to gain power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And
I was just
she
looking
could
at-
do it if she took damage.
Yeah.
Like if she
Yes,
takes like
yeah.
3 damage, she could.
I think that's the strength
And-
of this superpower. Otherwise, it feels like bad Cyclops. But
Yeah.
Well, so it's I wouldn't say bad Cyclops. It's like this weird mutation of Black Bolt and A-Force and stuff.
if it was only on attacks, it would be bad
Yeah.
Cyclops. But the fact that
No,
you
but
can
it's
do it
anytime
on
you gain
defense,
power.
that's actually good.
There's
And
so many
it's
cool
not
things from
range
what I've been
dependent.
fiddling. Yeah, it is global.
has-
That's a huge thing.
Yeah, it's not range dependent at all. You can just do it on someone on the other side of the map.
Hey, I've been goofing around with rosters for this just for fun splashes because I'm super excited for it. But there's a billion things like the easy ones that jump out, like Lockjaw. His power is during his turn, so he stands next to Blue Marvel, gets good boy points. He gets to toss that power to someone, then gets to use his 2 of his power to port that disgusting turret up range 3, and then go walk and do some secure stuff. Like that seems pretty good. Prowler, if Prowler walks and picks up a thing, he gets refunded a power, and he can pass the refunded power to someone. Juggernaut's the same way. If Juggernaut walks, he can take 1 of the power. Like now it's a 5-threat model, but like there's a bunch of cool stuff you can do to get the engine started on turn 1. I think people have mentioned it online, but they're gonna feel a lot like Charles. But unlike Charles, the leader to me feels good.
Yeah,
Karnak
she's
can
definitely
meditate.
better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What if that spender costs like 8 power, though?
It's fine. If it costs
You just
8 power,
won't
you
do
don't
it.
use it.
Yeah.
You just use energy boost. Energy boost is her spender, and she's got good tactics cards.
Yeah,
like,
she does. We need
you
to
can-
talk about them.
Yeah, phase manipulation, awesome.
There-
It's just,
I'm with you, Chance. I think that there's a lot here that can really switch on for making her really powerful. And what she is she's a buff for your team because she can buff within range 4. That's pretty far. People's attacks, and it's any attack. So like,
Hey,
it
so the
is
other thing,
only an
too,
attack roll.
with
Like it's not the full attack of like if someone does a beam or an area attack, it's only one of the die rolls, but still,
right.
it's really.
But also, like on her ceiling or her floor, if you're worried about it, she long moves and makes an 8-die punch at someone. Like that's pretty cool. As long as she has 2 power, she has Juggernaut's offensive output.
Yeah,
Gamma Strike randomly being 6 dies, pretty cool. She's cool. I think she's great. And then I think almost all of the tactics cards that come in that box are really good.
Well, let's start. Let's talk about them. So let's start with the first one alphabetically. That involves Spectrum. That is Going All Out. That is an unaffiliated active tactics card. During Spectrum's activation, she may spend 3 power to play this card. Place Spectrum within range 2 of herself. That's already a help. And then, additionally, while Spectrum is attacking this activation, the defending character does not add crit results in its defense roll to its total successes, cannot add additional dice to its defense roll as a result of crit results, and cannot modify its defense dice. Holy guacamole. Man, like, It just turns her into a killing machine, and she gets to place herself within range 2. This is awesome. This card is pretty outstanding for her. It is a little expensive at 3, but I mean, I would take this. I think this card is very good.
It seems pretty cool. I am not sure off rip. So it's like I agree. The effect's insane. I'm not sure it makes its way into the 5. Just I need to test it more. What this looks like to me is she gets knocked unconscious, and if you wake up, she wakes up angry, places within 3, punches someone, and then spenders them and annihilates them, which is pretty cool. I just don't know how much room you'll have for it, because Spectrum seems more to be like a slightly offensive buff piece. And so it's nice that you can have the card to have her like switch on the gas and start murdering people. But I don't think she'll have or like have the power to use this on most turns besides the wake up turn. Though I guess it doesn't. 3 power just to place 2 and slap someone with 2 huge 6 dicers is not terrible.
No,
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I might actually be. It's pretty good. Okay, it might make it to space. She just has so many good cards.
I also love that this is unaffiliated, so even if you're splashing her, you can bring this card with you.
What do you think about this card just in general, Brad?
I think it's great. Like, characters with this ability, the not count crits and not explode crits, always perform well for me. It always feels good, and the place 2 fixes one of her biggest issues. And sure, this is only 1 turn of the game, but I feel like there's a lot of upside for bringing this card.
Yeah, I think so too. How about you, Brandon? What do you think about this?
I think I was more skeptical with Chance originally. I just think it might be tough to play it and find a spot for it. But I mean, I think it's good. I think if you play it, I don't think you're going to be upset. But you always are going to run that risk of your opponent just having 4 defense and rolling like 4 shields, and then it won't feel good. Like,
yeah, I mean,
nothing's like guaranteed on it. I think I think I just want I like the other card, phase manipulation, a lot more than I like this card.
Well,
I like being able to like pick the poison, like going into it, and you can play into it, but I think it's fine. Like, I don't think you're gonna be upset playing this card in any scenario. Like, I don't think.
The only issue that you're having is that it is 3 cost, which she will likely be spending most of her power on other things, and it's not as good as her other card, which is also an outstanding card.
Yeah, I think that's more of it. That it's just, I think the other card I think is better, and I think.
So something else just popped into my mind here. Like I forgot that she has a beam, and it's not like pick an opponent. So you could do something
it's all
goofy.
the attack.
Yeah, and just beam like place 2 to line up a 3-person beam and do 4 of these.
Yep.
I do like that.
Steven, what do you think about this?
This could be a delete button if you have enough power. So, I mean,
yeah,
mini Helios, basically. So,
well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, funny segue.
Funny segue. Let's talk about phase manipulation. It is Mighty Avengers specific reactive tactics card. At the start of the power phase, Spectrum may play this card when an allied character attacks this round after choosing an attack and before declaring the target. If it is within range 4 of an allied Spectrum, the attacking character chooses whether the attack type is physical, energy, or mystic. So, for 1 round, your entire team gets to pick attack the defenses. Gets to target their weakest defense.
You know what this card's really good with? The 2 models in the picture on the card.
Is that Carol Danvers and Mighty Thor? Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
being able to pick the weakness, like like I said, I think Carol Danvers, the second core box one with this leadership really good. Being able to go binary and then being able to be like, my war board's gonna be your weakest defense. My war bird will be your weakest defense. Feels gross.
Mm-hmm.
Because don't worry, I'm doing it twice.
It does kind of just read like, for the turn, your opponent's team is incinerated.
Yeah. It makes some of the models like Rhino, like Blob, and those models that have that like glaring weakness feel real wet.
Venoms.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the symbiotes. It makes the symbiotes feel way worse. Like just being able to be like, you know what, this was a fun time, Carnage, but I'm gonna just make sure all my attacks are mystic and energy now.
If you can call your shot on the turn, you know, like a convocation player wants to play books, and suddenly all your attacks are energy. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Love that.
That one's a little hard because they're both power phase cards. So like if you have priority, you have to call your shot. But I mean, it's kind of obvious when you need it.
Yeah. Wow. Just switch off the Convocation's best tactics card.
I mean, they can also force you. Like that's also like this game of chicken, right? Because in that scenario, like they can kind of force you to play it. Like it's like you may not want to play it right now because we're rather spread apart, but like we're gonna do it. Like they can kind of like force your hand a little bit. I don't know. I like it. Game of chicken seems fun.
It's free. That's important too.
Yeah, no cost. You just do this during the power phase. It is only within range 4 of Spectrum, so there is a limitation to it. But range 4 is pretty big, and Spectrum is probably pretty central to your force. So,
I mean, that's already the range band she wants to play in for the rest of your team, anyways.
Exactly. Yeah, I like it. I like this card a lot.
If you want to play going all out and you have recal in your 2 restricted cards, now you have no more spots. That's where I think going all out's going to end up falling out of the equation with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think about this card?
I think this harkens back to the old Doctor Strange days, but still keeping that alive. I'm not saying that the old Doctor Strange leadership was fantastic or good, but it did have its little pockets of hey, this is actually really good this time. So
when it was good, it felt real good.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it didn't feel like anything, but that's besides the point.
Has anyone not spoken on this card yet?
Fred, what's your opinion on this card?
I'm all for it. I'm totally for it. This card is excellent. I think this model rules.
Your previous M'Baku thinks otherwise.
Yeah, because all attacks are going against his measly 2 energy defense.
It definitely makes you think in list building if you're playing this affiliation that you want to stick to your characters that don't have like one glaring weakness, knowing that a tactics card that doesn't cost them anything can just delete like 1 or 2 of your models.
I know, run a faction that has all 4s across the board and defenses.
Asgard?
We can't all be Asgard.
There are some. This might more end up being like something that goes in your 10 and it comes out in like 60% of games. Because, Asgard, they don't really have glaring weaknesses. Sentinels, they don't really have a glaring weakness of an attack type. Like, those factions, I don't really want it. But, like, into webs, it feels pretty good. Because at least you're, depending on how old the web model is, you're turning off all their defensive tech or at least targeting 1 less die. Maybe into Guardians, it doesn't come because they seem pretty across the board them there too, but it definitely is a good card where it's good.
In most like Brotherhood, Mystique Brotherhoods, like if they're playing like the wide list, like they're all just 3s except for Blob, so it's like
yeah. Okay, well, now we have to give a letter grade to Spectrum here.
Hold on, Fred.
There are literally 2 more tactics cards.
2 more cards.
Oh. What I did was I typed in required character and I did Spectrum.
There,
Uh,
there's a team up card with her and Elsa called Strange
Oh, you're
Adventures. And then
Strange
there's
Adventure.
a Mighty Avengers card, but this is the only time we're going to get a chance to talk about it.
And we have to say, I mean, we set up the segue.
Yeah, we did set up the
Yeah.
segue, and I thought Fred was going to jump on that and then did a completely
Well, I
different
missed it
attack.
because I was not looking at that card. I'd only searched for.
You want me to
Spectrum.
read one since Fred doesn't know what he's doing anymore?
Yeah, go ahead with Strange Adventures.
All right, Strange Adventures is an unaffiliated reactive tactics card. When Elsa Bloodstone or Monica Rambeau make an attack action, after that action is resolved, they may each spend 1 power to play this card. The character that attacked may advance medium, then the other character that played this card may make an attack with a power cost of 0 targeting a character that was targeted by that attack action. That's it. That's the whole card.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying. I hadn't read this one. I don't know why I missed this. I'm trying to take it in.
You
If you're playing both of these models, I think it's a good card.
Yeah.
It's fine. It
It's-
reminds me of Spider-Man.
A card I have literally never seen on the table.
So the only difference being is that Webb's cards are more contentious than wherever this goes. Probably Defenders if I was guessing, but
Yeah, and defenders don't have a lot of room for tactics cards.
I would also point out that I would consider this in the top 3 at least of team up cards.
it's a good team up card. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're almost always using Elsa for the move and attack, or the second attack because of the range 4 attack.
I don't know necessarily because I mean it's nice. So Monica does her 4-cost beam, gets to move in medium to do a 6-die builder for the next one or gainer for the next one, and then Monica gets to take a pot shot too, or not Monica, Elsa.
Yeah.
If Elsa did it on her turn, though, she could do run and gun and move twice. Cover a lot of distance. If
Sure.
she needed to.
I feel like I must have. I think I said something weird because I literally was thinking exactly what Chance said.
Oh,
and I was
sorry.
I was like, hey, he said no, and then said what I thought I said.
My
Now
bad.
I don't know what
Yeah.
I was like, I don't.
I could
I was
also
like,
be-
I was. Oh, there's a good. It's been a weird weekend for me, so there's a really good chance I just said it backwards. But I meant what you said. What you said is
Beautiful.
what I wanted to happen. Yeah, like I want her to make the attack and then move, and I want Elsa to be able to make a pop shot from wherever she wants, because that's kind of how you want to play Elsa more than anything.
Yeah, this is a good tactics card. So, do we know that she's a defender?
No.
That
No, we don't.
we don't.
That's
Okay.
just the only place that Elsa is that makes sense for her to go.
Okay.
Unless there's some weird Midnight Suns comic that I'm not aware of.
You're right.
Well,
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not aware of Elsa
no.
being a mighty Avenger, right?
That is a possibility.
There is another team that they were on together, along with Machine Man, who's pictured in the art there. So I believe we have Next Wave confirmed coming to the game.
He's doing too much, guys. We've let him cook for too long.
So, how do you think that we take this card in any we take this card maybe in defenders, but even then defenders are maxed out on cards.
I
So
don't.
we
I-
probably don't take this card.
Yeah, I don't think you're. I think unfortunately this is the card that doesn't get took unless you just want to play these two models and you're playing at your house having a wonderful time. Because I just don't. I don't see
And
a
it's a
place
shame.
where you're.
It is a
Actually-
good card.
Actually, Fred, it all
Yeah.
depends if you have 6 points on the field or if you have 8 or 9 points on the field.
It's true.
If you have 6 points, you take this card.
Oh yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
I think the hardest part about this card is that Elsa's name is on it. I'm not usually reaching for Elsa to begin with, and this card doesn't really give me any incentive to off And she doesn't bring anything specifically like cool. If she is a Mighty Avenger, I don't think she brings anything very cool there. So
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to the Ultimates. This is a Mighty Avengers card. It is an active action card. During a Mighty Avengers character's activation, any number of allied Mighty Avengers characters may spend one or more power to play this card. The activating character makes the Empowered Assault attack shown above. Empowered Assault. Range 3, 0 dice, 0 cost. Before choosing a target, this character chooses whether this attack type is physical or energy. Add dice to this attack roll equal to the amount of power spent to play this card. And then Wild Energy Overload. Before damage is dealt, the defender and each other enemy character within range 2 of it gain the Stun special condition. Oh, so it's another. It's a Helios laser, but
Yeah.
it's not Tony Stark dependent. It's any Mighty Avenger.
yeah, so there's a couple of differences that have me hesitant on the card. Like I like it, I want to like it, but range 3 is kind of short. And then the big thing that leaves me hesitant is that it can only be paid for by Mighty Avengers. So, like Brandon was saying earlier, if their affiliation list ends up being doo doo, they don't have models who can pay for it, it's going to end up being not so great. But if they have like Hawkeye, I know he's probably not, but someone who just has a billion power, and you can drop a 12 die Empowered Assault on like Blue Marvel's turn where it's counting skulls and then it stuns before damage, I think it's insane.
Yeah, I think this is awesome.
You could use it with the previous card because it's 0 cost.
True. I mean, it already gets to pick between physical or energy, though. But you could do it.
Being range 3 and no base dice is probably like this is the fixed version of Helios Laser.
Right. This is a not problem version of Helios. It is still really good. I think this is solid.
This is also the reason I don't think Iron Man, even though he should be, will be affiliated with Mighty Avengers.
You don't want him to do it twice?
No.
I don't know if the team can afford. It'd have to be a pretty interesting game for them to be able to afford to do it twice, but like just cost wise, I know I've heard it'd be kind of cool to see Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3 in this team just to give them that model somewhere to be.
I would like it because like with the list of models, like looking at it, like with the like members of the Mighty Avengers being like Black Widow, Spider-Man, like picking certain ones, I think would be funner than just like globbing them all in there.
So I think where that becomes important, I think Black Panther was on the team at one point.
Yes.
And if you put King T'Challa in this team, it gets very scary. Like if he's an affiliated model, it's already problematic. He already might go in because his Defender of Wakanda can give power to anyone else if it wants to.
In fact, Black Panther was on the team that had both Monica and Blue Marvel. So it is very likely we get some sort of Black Panther.
Right.
Chosen of Past would be cool.
Chosen would be cool. I'll take Black Panther 1. Please don't give them King T. Make them have to pay the tax of bringing another model for it. But
that would be so amazing that every time someone takes damage, King T cannot gain the power, and they gain.
He already has
power.
Enough. Yeah,
that's amazing.
You get to a point with King T where he has enough. He doesn't need more.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sign me up.
I don't think he should be affiliated. I think Chosen of Bass would be cool. So would Panther 1. Plus, Chosen of Bass doesn't really have a home right now, even though he has like 5 affiliations.
Yeah. Well, Ghost Rider would be scary with that penance stare too.
Ghost Rider's got the same thing going on.
Yeah.
I don't think Ghost Rider is going to be affiliated though.
No, but you could splash him.
Yeah.
So I think Ghost Rider is better at spending his power than King T is.
Okay, so let's. What do we think about this card? Do we think that this card just? Do we think it has a place? Do we take this card?
Yeah.
It depends on the roster.
Yeah,
I
it
think
lives or
I
dies
think
on the
it,
affiliated team.
yeah, I think it's 100% roster dependent. Being range 3 is already a detriment, and no base dice. Like having power hungry models would make it almost unplayable. But if you have models, like I said, like Hawkeye or a couple just batteries that can just pump like all their power into it.
War Machine.
War
Well,
Machine
like,
91, yeah.
so like looking at like the list of all the models that have been in the Mighty Avengers, like Spider-Man, none of the Spider-Man really have a ton of extra power.
No.
She-Hulk, Falcon. I'm gonna exclude Blade because he was Ronin and not Blade during this. I'm just gonna
It would be funny
put
if
that.
they put Maronin on the list and not
Yeah,
Blade.
yeah. Luke Cage is one that can sometimes have power, but I don't think that's really what you want to be doing with him. Quicksilver, Vision.
Vision always has a billion power. If Vision makes it, he could spend it.
Yeah, I would say that's a if Vision at your 4 could do it. Then but then you have like Ant-Man, Spider-Woman,
I will
Black
say,
Widow,
from
Wasp,
looking at him,
and Iron Man would be the models in the game that have been Mighty Avengers.
off beginning, I think already. I'll say that this card probably gets played. It would have to have a really bad affiliation list. Blue Marvel already counts skulls when he swings, and it already looks to me like Blue Marvel's going to have a lot of power and not much to spend it on, just because like he has a 6-die count skull, power equal to damage dealt
He would be
builder.
a great one to play the card.
Yeah, he can play the card. He's gonna have a little bit of extra power because all he has really to spend it on is his reroll thing. So if they get like one more model who's good at building power, I think this card's a slam dunk.
Yeah, I just think you need a battery. You gotta find one.
There's one thing about this card that I also want to point out, that it provides stun before the damage is dealt. I think that's awesome.
If they bunker up, it's stun before damage on like 4 characters because it gives it to the other people around it too without dealing damage to them, and that part is crazy.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
I mean, and even in like a worse world, I think this would be a fine to do like a range 3, like 10 die that you just spend like 3 off 3 models and then like 1 off 1 model, and do it that way. I like you could use this if you don't have like the batteries in your roster. You can use this tactics card different than Helios Laser, where you're not trying to just nuke something, but like finish something off or take something out and do some spread damage, or spread like conditions, which can be detrimental long term. So I think it is a little bit a good bit different than Helios Laser, as similar as it looks.
Right. It's still it's gonna have the Helios Laser stink on it. People are gonna be sad when their key model gets destroyed by it. All right. So I feel like we're. Is that all of the tactics cards before I move on?
Yes.
Is that all the ones? Okay. All right. So I am very up on this model. I think she's awesome. I think she's got a ton of great tools that are going to be very helpful to her team. She's a team player. That's what she is. She's a model who's going to be a very key piece to the team. That also might be the problem with the Mighty Avengers, is they may be like the Midnight Suns, where if you kill their leader, it really hampers them. But we'll see. We still don't know what the whole roster is. She is killable. That is kind of the problem. She does have action compression issues, but they are mitigated by one of her tactics cards and by her spender, which we still don't know what its cost is. So I'm going to give her an A or an A+, depending upon what the cost of her spender is. That is what I'm going to say. Yeah. Okay. Brandon, what would you like to give to her?
B with an asterisk.
Is the asterisk also the cost of the spender?
I think it's a lot of the roster. I think even the spender, if it costs like 8 and you just ignore it, I think the roster is really, really detrimental for this model. If they just come out and give her like 4 other models and they're mostly poop, like I think it's a good chance. Yeah, like if they just but like the models on the list that I read earlier, like even like the worst versions of some of those, I think are like
Good.
probably good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I just they
Like,
do weird but they do weird things. Like
yeah,
I
that's
I
true.
can't like there's still questions from like the A Force affiliation that's been around since like the 6th month of the game that make no sense on like why certain models aren't a part of it. Like their choice in affiliations has been mind-boggling for its entire existence. I refuse to accept the fact that it's going to be consistent now. Um,
Okay.
so I think it's a good model. I am worried about her durability more than anything. I think if the spender is anywhere between 5 or less, I think this model and like the rosters has at least outside of her and Blue Marvel, and if they say both Ant Man and them, like with those 4 and say 2 other models, if you have 2 other good models, I think you're in that. I think you're back in that A territory. I don't know if this model would be an A+ to me. That's tough.
Okay. Steven, what do you think about her?
I'm also at a B. So just we don't know enough. That's all there is to it.
Fair,
So
fair.
we can always speculate and hope for more, but you know how the old saying goes about hope, about wishes and other detritus in your hands.
Yeah, see which one fills up first.
Right.
Brad, what are you gonna give her?
I have seen the future. I know how much her spender costs, and I'm not going to share it. And it makes her an A-.
Okay. And Chance, what are you going to give to her?
I'm going to say that I do have enough information. She's an A+ model. She's borderline insane. Um, the durability is a little skeptical, but like whatever. She can stay back and play at the range 4 bands to buff people if she needs to, or if she needs to, she can be Baby Juggernaut for a turn and walk and do an 8 dice punch at someone. Her leadership's insane. She has insane tactics cards. Um, she's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Brad, do you have any comic books that feature Monica Rambeau?
I
Does anyone
sure
else love
do.
anytime Fred gets confused? It sounds like he lost all train of thought. He's always goes, "Well, okay." Um, I love it, and I love you for it, Fred. I just wanted to get that out
Hey,
there.
I'm trying to move us along. I'm sorry.
All right. So I have 3 um, comic books this time. Well, comic book runs. And none of them are Mighty Avengers. Tune in next week for Mighty Avengers talk. The first one is Amazing Spider Man Annual 16. This is by Roger Stern and John Romita Jr. And this is the first appearance of Monica Rambeau. She gets mugged. She stops her muggers herself and blasts Spider-Man with a energy blast because he surprised her. And then she soars into the sky to reflect on her origin. And then we get to see in a flashback what that origin is. And then her powers are a bit out of control. She has too much energy, and she tries to get help from the Fantastic Four, but nobody's there to help. And then she goes to the Avengers for help, and they help her get rid of the extra energy. And it's cool that she meets the Avengers because in issue 227 of the Avengers through 294, she's a member. This is by Roger Stern and various artists. And she joins the Avengers. She leads them for a while. This is a very long run of comics. There are lots of stories. This is a very important chapter of her publication. This is where she gets like the most screen time. And if you want her, you just read this. And finally, Next Wave Agents of Hate. I am 100% sure I recommended this comic before, but it's very good. It's Warren Ellis and Stuart Immonen. And Monica kind of became a joke for a while after her Avengers run, and this is a joke comic book. That doesn't mean it's not good. And Monica is basically the only character in this comic that actually has like a characterization. Everyone else is a one-dimensional joke, but Monica actually gets to be a full character.
So next so what is it? Next Wave?
Next
is that
Wave.
the team that she's a part of?
Yes. Fred, you've read this.
What is Next Wave?
Fred, I'm pretty sure I gave this to you to read.
Oh, did you? I haven't read it yet.
No. If I gave it to you, you read it and returned it to me.
Wait. You definitely have not given it to me.
I didn't give you the one with Captain Beep and Machine Man and Elsa Bloodstone and Monica Rambeau and Boom Boom, and I have not given you that comic to read. Well, I gotta fix that.
I already have some from you that I have not read yet. So
this is a much shorter one. This is a much shorter one. I thought after I got it back from Jared, I gave it to you.
I don't think so.
Okay, you got it.
Well, I can say for certain that I have not read this comic book.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You will love it, Fred.
Okay. Was that were those the three comics? Okay. The only thing that's left is my non sequitur recommendation. So, Monica Rambeau was played by Teyana Paris in the Marvels movie. She has been in another movie that I was a huge fan of, and that is the 2021 remake of Candyman. So that is what I'm going to recommend that people watch. So Candyman, were any of you had any of you seen Candyman in the 90s?
The one with Terry Todd, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Tony Todd?
Yes. Tony Todd, yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta say, when I was a kid, I remember being distinctly terrified of saying the word Candyman in front of a mirror 5 times.
As you should have been.
Yeah, I mean, I was. I remember that being something that I was genuinely scared to do. I was not willing to do it. It's hard to say that I was a huge fan at the time because it scared the crap out of me. But in retrospect, I am a huge fan of the Candyman movies, and I loved the remake. The remake was really well done. It was partially produced by, oh my God, I'm blanking on his name suddenly. Jordan Peele, and it tells a story of an artist who goes insane, and then it's related to the Candyman story from the 90s, and it is outstanding. It's a lot of fun, and you should all watch it. I really enjoyed it.
Is it better than the originals?
No, but that's. I mean, listen.
There's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't know how far you were going here.
It was not as scary as the originals, but that's fine. It didn't need to be.
It's more suspenseful, right?
Yeah, and it's its own thing. It's not. Aside from the fact that it is called Candyman, it is nothing like the originals in a lot of ways. It is also great.
I had friends tell me specifically because I had also seen it and was terrified of it as a kid. But I had friends tell me that it was much more suspenseful and that I would probably actually enjoy the new one versus the old one.
I think you would. I think you would. When was the last time you watched the old one? Was it when
I
you were
don't.
a young
When
person?
when I was a kid, I have not
Yeah.
watched it as an adult.
It holds up. I watched it in build up to the new one coming out, and I loved it then too. And yeah,
Oh, I believe it for sure. I mean, like it's an absolute like super cult classic.
Mm.
Like it is a beloved like cult movie. I could 100% see that. There's also something about like rewatching it and it would like probably change like the perception and like opinion of it. And I kind of like where it's at in my life. Like I have
You
that
don't wanna
and I have that cult appreciation for it. So I don't want to like reevaluate and be like, I don't know, man, this movie's just not this or that. I feel like I would do mentally worse things to it.
That is absolutely fair. That's fair.
This is the same reason why I haven't rewatched Waterworld.
You probably
Yes.
shouldn't. If you have any kind of non-negative opinion on Waterworld, you should probably not rewatch it.
Okay. Did Tony Todd die this year? I think he did. I think he did die. He died last year.
yeah.
Okay. I thought it was recently. Yeah.
Oh, can I ask Chance a question before we cut off?
Sure.
Chance, have you seen the movie Cube?
No, I have not seen Cube.
You should.
If I mailed it to you, would you watch it?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Yeah, no takesy backsies.
Okay.
Back
on Cube, everyone.
I'm gonna need your address, buddy. I'm gonna get this out there.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna be down in West Virginia February, anyways.
Well, I want you to watch it before then.
Okay. We'll see how much it is on YouTube. I can just make life a lot easier. It's probably less than shipping.
That's maybe true, but then you won't own the amazing because you have to watch Cube and then you can skip Cube 2 Hypercube, but then you got to watch Cube 0.
It's free on
Fred's
Tubi.
Ooh, do you have Tubi?
I have
Everyone
no
has
idea
Tubi,
what
it's
that
free.
is.
Yeah, it's
It
like
is a
Tubi
free
is
streaming
free.
service.
Okay,
And it's good.
There you go.
There's a lot of good stuff
There'll
on
be
Tubi, everyone. You
commercials,
should watch
but
stuff.
It'll be
I'll
fun.
make do.
Because Fred's a coward and won't watch it.
Okay.
I still have not seen Cube 0.
Which is you just have to watch Cube and then Cube 0. You don't have to watch Cube 2 Hypercube. You don't need to watch that one.
The first autofilled people ask is Cube 1997 a good movie?
Yes.
The answer's yes.
Okay.
Why are they asking that? Yeah, Cube. If you want to watch Cube 2, you can, but like there's the three of them, and the first one and the 0 are very good. And I don't like horror movies, so like this is there's a lot coming out of here because I do not like horror movies. It is its genre is Canadian science fiction horror.
Okay.
Its genre is 90s trap based impossible structure horror.
Hold on. I don't think I've watched it, but I think when I was younger, I might have watched a Nostalgia Critic video on this movie or something. I don't know. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Well, if you've seen Saw, you've seen something at least similar, but it is way superior to Saw.
I
All right.
like this more than Saw. I will say that. I will say that I like Cube more than I liked Saw.
Yeah, and to be fair, for a science fiction horror movie, it got a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, which says a lot.
That's high. That's good.
Yeah,
For a horror film,
yeah, for a horror film, like that is exponentially high. Cube 0 has a 5.6. I just
That's
think Cube
probably,
0.
that is high for Cube 0. Oh no, you said Cube 0. I thought you said Cube 2. Never mind.
Oh, Cube 2 got a 5.5. So
That is high. That is
that
very
one, I want to say that one's a little high, but Cube 0, if you've seen Cube, makes
Like there's a lot that brings it together, but you cannot watch Cube Zero first.
Okay.
You have to watch Cube and then Cube Zero.
Fred has let
And
us
that'll do
go
us
on
for
way too
today,
long.
everybody.
Yeah, Fred has let me talk about Cube way longer than he ever has, so I appreciate it for this.
Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for listening. And hopefully everyone out there had a wonderful Christmas break. And I hope that you all have good games of Marvel Crisis Protocol. Goodbye, everybody.